Now we're going to go into talking about Disenchantment. So part 5 just came out on Netflix last Friday on the 1st.
Yes.
And I was still watching Futurama. And then I watched part 4 of Disenchantment before watching part 5. And man, this show is difficult to keep up with and it's perfect for Netflix because they drop it all at once. You binge it to watch it as fast as possible so you can be part of the conversation. Then because you binged it, you immediately forget it. And then they keep coming out with these parts. This show is not a sitcom. In fact, I wouldn't even classify it as a comedy. This is a funny action adventure fantasy.
Okay.
It's with comedy in it, but it's not straight up comedy.
Well, I started watching it when I left on vacation. I downloaded it to watch on the ferry since there's no internet or television or anything there. So I started watching it then. So it was perfect for me.
Yeah, because you
just finished it today.
You've watched it all in sequence. But since I started watching this back, I think when it came out in 2018, I can't remember a lot of the parts. I can remember the first 2 parts very well. And so every time they come out with another season, you can't remember it, so they want you to go back and binge the other stuff again, which is perfect for Netflix. This show is perfectly designed for them.
Good show.
And they even addressed that, I think, in the first or second episode of this part, that people can't remember, and it takes so long for these animation parts to come out. And Dagmar's like, I don't care. I don't know if you might not have gotten that joke.
Show. I like it, and well, the guy that hangs out the window is always. He's like the critic, right?
Yeah, anyway. The guy who gets a flaming arrow every time.
I think just overall the whole thing.
Yeah, so funny. Spoilers for this, obviously, because we got something to talk about.
Sarcastic.
I like how he got hit with the brick at the end.
Yeah, that's a spoiler. I know what.
No, we're spoiling this. Yeah,
oh, okay, we're spoiling it.
And it's because God dropped it earlier. He dropped the brick. Yeah, we have to have something to talk about.
Okay.
What'd you think about the reveal about God?
Yeah, so he's like a steampunk god or something in the end?
Well, he's powered by a light bulb.
He's like one of those steampunk robot guys, almost.
Yeah, one of the little robots there, Alva's robots.
I like the show. I think it is funny. I enjoy it. It's just so many people got to rule Dreamland. In the show, and in the end, a character that just sort of started to emerge, I think this season, she became the leader of Dreamland, the Mop Girl, which we didn't see that much until recently. Anyway, I thought it was cute, and everyone comes back from the dead. You don't die very long in Dreamland, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is a world where resurrection, coming back from the dead, is possible. It's rare, but not in Dreamland.
You might not be quite the same, but still, you do come back.
So this show, to me, the way I look at it is, this is a fun adventure fantasy epic, and it's all done in 50, 20-minute chapters. And so it's not a sitcom where everything resets for the beginning of the next episode. You really gotta follow along.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But you can't remember when you got seasons coming out. I
enjoyed watching it. I'd say
every couple of years.
Season 1 and go right to the end. They're not that long. I don't know if they're all different. I think they might not just.
This is a show that is good for watching all at once.
Oh yeah.
But when you're watching it season by season. You can't remember anything.
Anyway, I thought it was fun. Okay. And I like the end, how we see all the characters and what they're up to. And I do think it's funny. I thought especially this last season was funnier than some of the other ones.
I think they might have rushed this season.
I don't think so. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Anyway, I enjoyed the show. It's fun. It's got a lot of stuff going on, yes, and the characters do relatively stay they're almost the same characters every season.
Yeah.
They're just doing different things, getting different abilities or whatever.
So we got about 30 different endings for this show because you got to wrap up every single character. Did you have a favorite ending? Or some of the favorites? Elfo and Mop Girl. That one's pretty nice.
I just liked the ending with everybody and what was going on, and Chaz.
Okay, so you like Chaz's ending. He ended up running Steamland there,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not a fan of steampunk. Ugh, stuff
It's just
bothers me.
funny. And
Just
anyway, I thought it was fun. I liked the laughing horse in the end.
yeah. The laughing horse gets a laughing horse family.
There's a lot of comedy in it. I find.
Mortimer.
It's
Mortimer finally gets
Mortimer. We finally
companion?
find out, yeah, who
Man,
she is. I
everyone
thought that
hates
was great.
everyone hates Mortimer. He's such
Aw.
a dick.
I know, but he
He's
is pretty typical
so
of some
conceited
guys.
of himself.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that are like that. I thought it was great. I just think it is fun, it's funny, and it's a great little story. And yeah, it's a great show. You do have to watch it, like start at season 1 and watch it through, but they're not that long.
Yeah.
Like it took me about a month to watch it all, I guess, but it was fun.
Yeah. I mean, it would take a while, even at 20 minutes. I mean, so 20 minutes an episode times 10 per season times 5 seasons, right?
Yeah.
So,
I didn't get to watch much TV when I was on vacation, but I did when I was traveling, what I had downloaded. Anyway, I thought it was fun.
yeah.
I enjoyed the show. I definitely liked it a lot.
There
I
is
gave it like a 93. I think it was great.
93. In terms of best, worst, I give it a best series ever. The comedy's not for everyone. Sometimes it's very subtle comedy or it's very inside baseball. But the animation was great. I especially like the lightning effects for both Bean as well as for Dagmire. This show, it's all about them just escaping. At the ends of the first 3 parts, they're always having to escape from somewhere. Or sorry, first 4. And then for this one, after part 4, then she's just rescuing everyone. They just have to keep escaping everywhere they go. Because she has to go somewhere,
Well,
get them out, and then they all have to escape. Then they gotta go somewhere else. They gotta escape from that.
there's many different things going on because different people take over Dreamland.
Some of the favorite characters from this show. So Elfo's pretty hilarious. I like
Yeah.
Elfo. Maybe I probably like Elfo more than I like Lucy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like Lucy more than I like Alpha, I think.
Yeah. Shaco. Love Shaco.
I know you love Shaco.
Ooh!
I just find they're all funny. I just really liked it.
Big
I
Joe. Oh, Turbish. Turbish is hilarious.
Merc. I just find
Merc's
it's
not in it
funny.
that much.
I think it's funny. I don't know why you're saying it's not funny. I think it's really funny. I enjoyed it.
Some
a lot.
if you're going into this looking for this being a straight up comedy, it's going to be very hit and miss because some episodes aren't funny at all.
Well, it's not.
But then
yourself in
some
the
are
head
hilarious.
funny. It's all about the whole thing overall is funny. It's more.
Okay.
It's not It's not so much
Have
of
anything-
American humor. I don't think it's more like Canadian humor or British humor.
I'm guessing you're a big fan of Chaz.
I'm not a big fan of Chaz, not
Thought that
particularly.
would be your kind of character.
No, I
Zog's
just
pretty-
like the show. I just think it's good.
Zog's pretty funny. I found it pretty. You
Yeah.
know Zog that's John DiMaggio.
Yeah, I
You
like Zog.
Okay, you know who John DiMaggio voices, who he's famous for voicing?
No,
Bender.
it's
Bender.
Okay.
Okay? From
Anyway,
Futurama.
I like the show. It's good. It is funny, no matter what Gregory says. I think you should watch it.
It's not a straight up comedy. I'm trying to think of all the characters I like. Big Joe, he's alright, you know.
The old fellow in the cave, that's always funny.
The Trogs were pretty funny most of the
I
time.
thought the Trogs were creepy.
And a bunch of the elves are pretty funny. Not just Shaco, but Pops. Pops is pretty hilarious. He's so grumpy.
His name is Pops.
Kissy.
I just find that the whole thing just was fun and it was funny. And I liked a lot of it. I don't know what my favorite part was, but I did enjoy
The gnomes
it a lot.
always having this constant war with the ogres that are gigantic to them. Made no sense, but they're always going at it. That was pretty good. And they have all these different lands that they
I
go
like
to.
the scaredy squirrel reference. I thought that was really funny.
I wasn't so much a fan about the characters at the insane asylum. Giggles and the doctor that's always changing his name. That's just kind of weird.
That was pretty dark. That that was a pretty dark. There's dark stuff in it. Anyway, it's a good. You liked it. I liked it. I recommend to watch
Freckles.
it.
Freckles is
damn
Freckles
creepy.
And
the cat.
Scruffies. No, not Scruffy. I'm thinking. What was that other cat's name there?
Something like Scruffles.
Scruffles.
His name is
Scruffles, Scrabbles, something like that.
And God was funny, and I liked.
Okay.
Yeah, I just liked that. I thought it was funny.
Phil LaMarr as God is great, and that's the only voice he does. He's a very famous voice actor. He does multiple voices, but he's also Hermes in Futurama.
I just thought
he did a great job as God, and that was good.
I liked all the characters.
I bet you're a big fan of Jerry.
I like Jerry. Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry's great. Jerry was always funny. I liked, especially in the first part where we see Jerry and the other people are so mean, and he's
Floyd
funny.
And Becky.
Yeah. I didn't like them as much. They were creepy. But I did like Jerry a lot. Anyway, I definitely recommend you guys watch it. It's fun. It does have some bad... It's not really for little kids, even though it's an animation. It's got drinking and sort of naked mermaids in it, I guess. But it's got a lot of butts in it.
Kind of just...
It's not really for...
It's animated nudity,
kids.
But that's it.
It's not really for kids, but it's just fun. Anyway, that's my thing.
Yeah. Overall, good series,
yes.
I would say. But it's something I'm going to have to go back and rewatch in its entirety sometime.
I think I liked it a lot better than you liked it.
Probably because you just watched it all as 50 chapters, and for me it's been going up one per year for the last 5 years.
I liked it. Anyway.
Okay. So let us know what your thoughts are for Disenchantment, which is on Netflix. Has anyone else been watching it? I think they probably had it cut short, and so that's why they rushed the ending for this part. I think they probably had plans to go longer.
I don't think
that's my thoughts.
Rushed. I thought it was
What do you
fun.
think? Let us know down in the comments below. Thanks for checking this out, and to anyone who leaves us a like, we appreciate that.